I think this is a topic that's going to be pretty interesting to a lot of the audience. We talk with PMOs on a weekly basis who are maybe considering a change like this from project to product, maybe run more of a hybrid organization where they're doing some waterfall and some agile. So let's talk about that a little bit more. And I think as a starting point, we'll kind of work our way down the content on the right-hand side of the slide here. But just kind of talk to us about the why behind this shift for Novant Health, thinking back to that time.
Sure. About 3 years, a little over 3 years ago, we got new leadership in our digital products and services team. We actually renamed ourselves from IT, the traditional terminology, to DPS. And the new leadership felt that it was time for a change to move to being more agile. We were very cautious, risk adverse as a project management team, which also brought very slow implementations because we ticked and tied traditional project management processes, and so a project would take a very long time because we gathered requirements and then worked through a standard project management schedule, which may be delivered 1 to 2 years later, but the needs of the business could have potentially changed, and so that the product that we delivered may not have met the needs of the business partners. So we wanted to change that and be more responsive and more agile and deliver faster and more relevant products on a timely basis. So we began transitioning from project management to product management. And in doing that, we began to develop small product management teams that included 7 to 8 team members, and with the majority of them being developers. We also included a product owner and a scrum master, and each of them would serve a particular product and deliver features and functionality more frequently on a more timely basis. We would test it and adjust and get feedback from our business partners, adjust, and then continue on down the path of working on the backlog. The tech stack changed, but the communications remained the same. So while we were changing to become more agile, it was difficult for some of the leaders and business partners. They understood that we were working and striving to deliver quicker and faster, and they appreciated that, but they still felt like they needed communication from us on a regular basis on the status of things. And so they liked that project management communication around status. And so that was a challenge for us. And so we determined that reporting really needed to be layered throughout the organization so that we not only delivered, but reported on our progress of how we were moving towards the roadmaps that we'd laid out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think, so we're going to talk a little bit about status reporting in particular. So I think let's spend some time from like a ServiceNow perspective. You ended up kind of making the decision to keep those high level details being tracked in ServiceNow. So could you kind of like describe what you use ServiceNow for in that status reporting process, just from like a data input standpoint?
Sure. So when we moved to an agile methodology and agile teams, Scrum teams, we realized that the Agile module in ServiceNow didn't include a reporting element, but we did like the project management, high level information that was in ServiceNow, and we continue to use that functionality. And ServiceNow also has a status report that you can generate that was about 6 pages. And we wanted something that was a 1-pager that was relevant, that our leaders and our business partners could look at it and say, here's where we are this week, and this is what they're going to be working on, and here's the key risks. So we really wanted something that was not available in ServiceNow in the format that we wanted.